let's see, these are the kids who other kids need to follow. To cut crime in our neighborhoods is to show who to follow within the peer group. Get kids something to do, clean up projects, make them involved. And I think a lot of that was touched down at the other end. And again, I think parents need involvement with their children. We shouldn't wait for the schools to fail. Parents should be involved before the schools are failing, and strong PTAs in the schools.
All right. Okay. So at this point, we're going to open it up for questions. I think this young lady, you had a question? You want to ask before you had to find it out? Okay.
My aunt passed on last night, so I need to get to the airport and pick up a couple of family members. But I want to say that my mom lives in Memphis on Raleigh Street. Just 2 months ago, the FBI, the task force, the SWAT team, the dogs, and everybody did a drug bust right next to her. No one went to jail. I talked to one of the officers on the telephone, and I was telling him where they keep the dope. No one checked anything. They took all of 3 hours. Nothing happened. My mom is 85 years old. I'm having to move in with her to help take care of her because she will not leave her house. I've been up there for 2 days. Last night, I had to go outside and ask them, look, will you take that down a little bit further? I just had a death in my family. My mom is not taking it well, and this is a bit too much. I told them I was getting ready to move up here to take care of my mom because she won't leave. So now when the police come, you know who called. I called all the time. The precinct is right here at Puries and Hollywood. Police hadn't came yet. I'm still waiting on them. But yet my son is 28 years old, first lieutenant in the Marine Corps. He comes home driving a 2003 Porsche. He pulls over, they pull him over 3 or 4 times. But the dope house is right next door to his grandma? Really? What do we do? The landlord knows. We talked to him.
So, ma'am, who is your question directed to?
Lady on the end, or what do you do in case
well, she's
like
not
that?
law enforcement.
Well, you know, what can you do? There's a drug house. They know. They just did a drug bust 2 months ago. Nothing happened.
Councilman.
I just, let me get your address if you don't want to give it out.
It's 2348 Norman. They already know.
2348.
Norman.
Okay.
It's
You said 2348 Norman?
Right, that's my mom's house, 2348 Norman. The dope house is 2338. It's a duplex. They run back and forth on both sides of the street. This is all day, every day, 24/7. You can go down the street right now. Just drive down the street. Never stop. Traffic never stops. My mom is 85 years old. And as bad as I hate to go up there, but I love my mom. She's not leaving her house. So what do you do?
Colonel Garrett, if it's a drug house, get the landlord and victims? I thought there was a law to that.
There's 6 people, elderly people that lives up there that has been up there for over 50 years. And this is what they have to deal with?
Who owns
It's
that?
only 6.
Who's owning
It was J.D. Marks.
Who?
J.D. Marks.
J.D. Marks?
Right. And there's only 6 little elderly people up there that has been up there for over 50 years. And this is what they have to do all day, every day.
And you're saying that the FBI, OC,
The FBI, the SWAT team, the dogs, undercover agents, you name it. They held up
When
the
did all this
house
happen? When did all
2
this
months ago at 2338 Norman Street
in January?
in January. They didn't find, I guess they didn't find anything because no one went to jail. But the dope is under the steps where the dog is. Really? Can I have one of your officers on the telephone? And he's out there with this going on. But nobody went to jail. 338.
It's your private property. I cannot go into your private property without a warrant. Okay? I can't just walk up to your house, take a crowbar, snatch up your steps without a warrant. If I see it's one thing, but again, but she sees it, you know, we have to see it, or we need to have to get a warrant, or we have to send people back to make drug buys. That's probably what happened. Imagine that's probably what happened, why they got to the beginning. Again, that's OCU. We will check with OCU. We'll check with, I have my task force guys go by there and take a look as well and see what we can do. Again, I can't go to your property, snatch your door open without warrant. Without a warrant. I'll probably call it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's keep a little order, if we can. And you know, Council Pete, stand up there at the microphone. Well, stand at the microphone. So
Okay, I'm sorry. Can't you, in cooperation with some of the residents who live in that area, work to set up a camera so that you can observe, since you can't go on the property without a warrant or without justification, but if you can get someone to work with you so you can set it up, observe it, and you can collect the data necessary in order to move in there and stop that problem.
I personally would be very hesitant to involve outside people in an operation like that. There's a police operation. Again, we have an undercover unit that does that sort of stuff. That's probably why they got involved the first time. And that's who we'll contact again to find out what's going on there. Major Sharon will get your information, your personal information as far as your name and your telephone number. We will look into it. We'll contact them and see what they've got going on with that location, because we don't want to interfere in anything that they may have working at the time. But we'll get back with you on it. We'll let you know what's going on. Now, whether somebody was arrested or not, depending on was the target, the person that they had targeted, was he or she there? It may not have been. If it was an undercover operation where they went there and bought dope in the past, if he or she, the target, is not there, then more than likely there wasn't an arrest made. The question is, again, I don't know what their operations are, but we'll find out. I will send my task force over there to help you out. Major Sharon will get your name and your information, so I know you gotta go. We'll take care of this. Major Sharon in the back.
Thank you for that. And that's what this meeting is all about. Is about coming up with solutions and ideas and resources to assist. Also, I want to touch on this too while we're talking about that. We have legislation. I have legislation that we're working right now that will allow, if you have a neighborhood association with your boundaries spelled out inside of your charter, you will have, that association will have the ability to petition a judge to get a restraining order against individuals that are committing those crimes inside of your neighborhood. So we're working on that law right now to try to get it passed. And that's a tool that came out of this task force also that we feel like we'll be able to use to help clean up our neighborhoods. But the other thing is, let me make sure I'm clear on this. That tool does not affect anyone with existing felonies. That's not what it does. So you can't just go because somebody made a mistake before and say, hey, we're part of the Neighborhood Protection Act and try to get a restraining order against them, especially if they're not breaking any rules or committing any crimes. That's not what it does. What it does is, after the bill is enacted, if those individuals commit those crimes, 3 of those crimes, and are convicted, keyword, convicted of those 3 crimes within the boundaries of your neighborhood association, then that neighborhood association can petition a judge for a restraining order to keep them out of the neighborhood. But it's still up to the judge. Okay? Still up to the judge. Kevin Brooks.
My name is Kevin Brooks. I'm a resident of Raleigh, and this is for Miss Love. I'm retired out of the Navy, and the bases that I went to, we had programs set up on Saturdays that we would come into the high schools or any kind of the schools, and we called it Saturday Scholars. It also gave the troops a little bit of stuff on their evaluation, showing community involvement, and also it provided some mentoring for the students also. Now, I'm not volunteering the Navy, but this is something that we could do right here in our own community. Takes just a couple of hours, and it kind of helps out the students by knowing that they're going to be with one individual for those couple hours. It could be something more as reading a book, some basic math, because Lord knows my doggone college algebra is no good no more. But, you know, just a little bit of time, a couple hours. And we've got plenty of resources, University of Memphis. We can get the people down here to devote a couple hours, the churches, anything. And that's going to help out the, I'm going to say, the good kids to go on to college and go on to other things. And I believe idle hands is the devil's workshop. So give the kids a little bit of something to get off the street and get with individuals going to listen to them and work with them a little bit. The other thing, we definitely got to clean up the communities. There is the mayor's action line. It's 311, 311. You hit that button, you tell them what your problem is, you give them the best location that you can. There's no reason, and I'm not picking on the city, there's no reason for the potholes to be out here, and we are sitting there complaining about them. Dial that 311. Tell them where that pothole is. Tell them where that tree is down. Tell them whatever the circumstance is and give them the opportunity. They can't fix it if they don't know about it. So 311. Thank you.
Let me, before you leave, let me respond to that. I'll be happy to take your name and number. We have a principal from Raleigh Egypt High School. Mr. Griffin, raise your hand up high. You know, I love Mr. Griffin. He was my history teacher in 9th grade. But I think the reason why we have a lot of issues is because a lot of people have pulled out of schools. And it may be because of the school system. I'm not necessarily blaming it on the organizations, but I would be happy to connect with you and we go to the board and, you know, go through all the paperwork that needs to be done. Because at the end of the day, we're teaching our children how to pack boxes. We're not teaching them how to be CEOs. We're not teaching them how to be directors. We're not teaching them how to be successful, you know, and we get what we give. So anybody who, if you have people at the University of Memphis that actually want to come to Fraser and Raleigh, because see, we have those people as our doctors, but are they in our schools? You know, they have no problem going to Cordova and Bartlett and Germantown, but are they committed to coming to Fraser and Raleigh and North Memphis and actually working with our children and being consistent? And if you know people who are, you give them my number, because I'm a very consistent person, and if they want work to do, I have it.
Let me tell you one thing that I learned in the military. If you yell loud enough, people will hear. It's time for us to yell loud enough so the people will hear.
Well, I'm yelling saying that our children.
I'm with you, sister, I'm with you.
Thank you so much.
And let me say this also. Don't forget why our panelists are up there. You know, they're a big part of the solution. You know, and sometimes it's unfortunate that we still have confines and rules that we have to operate within. The key is to know what those rules are. You know, Colonel Garrett, who I think is one of the finest that we've had up here, and I've known most of the precinct commanders all the way back to, what's his name? Kinley? What was that? He was before him. Yeah, before Colonel Mays, But anyway, the point is this, you know, we are, just like even in me in passing legislation, y'all have no idea the rules that I have to operate within to pass legislation. If you knew how hard it was to pass legislation, then y'all would think, well, if you knew how hard it was. If you know how hard it is to be in law enforcement, do you know how hard it is to be in law enforcement today? I'm serious. I mean, think about it. I mean, you know, you're hurt if you do, you're hurt if you don't. You know, and they still have rules to operate in front within. And I'm not trying to defend Colonel Garrett. You know, he can defend himself. But I'm defending all of the individuals that are here because this is about solutions. And you know, and I'm not saying don't voice your opinion or if you see, you know, something that needs to be changed. I'm saying say that by all means. But, you know, let's make sure that we understand that we're here to be solution oriented. So we don't just want to hear the best, we want to hear your ideas for solutions also. How can we help? Lexi, do you have a question?
Yeah, but while you were on that subject, because I understand.
Let me bring the mic to you, and then we'll get you answer.
I understand that part of the problem is that we've lost 400 police officers in this city. And what can we do as a community to reverse that? Because as that continues, our problems, I mean, right now we're talking about having not enough presence. You know, I know everybody else like me in North Memphis, except for the 2 snow days, I think we've had a murder or a shooting every day for the last 3 weeks. This is unprecedented. This wasn't happening. It's getting worse. It's not getting better. So we lose an officer at the same time, and we need them more. We don't have a presence. I don't see officers driving up and down the street. You know, and I was sitting in the middle of a real fiasco right in Norman's Corner here a week ago when there was a police pursuit. A man flew by me while I'm studying at the stop sign, and he's doing 90 miles an hour. And just, I mean, if there had been a baby crossing the street, there's no way he could stop. So I'm wondering, as a legislator, what can you do to encourage us, or what can we do to help you make sure we reverse that trend?
Let me answer that. What's your solution?
Well, obviously, we need a mayor. We need people are going to come together to make it happen. They're leaving because they don't have the benefits that they need to stay. We're not being able to keep them here. So we need to find a way to keep them here because we need their services.
And you know, there is a political or a political committee within this task force. And so, and there's a reason for that. And I'm not saying, we're not making this a political issue, because this is not a political event. Let me make sure I'm clear with that. We're not here to endorse any candidate. I know you weren't doing it. We're not here to endorse any candidates. However, if we are here to tell you to vote, you know, if you're sitting back and you're not voting, but you're complaining, you know, let me say this again, and you get mad at me if you want to, but I don't mind stepping on the toes. If you are not voting, but you are complaining, you go ahead and leave now. If you're not voting, but you are complaining, you can go ahead and leave now. You know, exercise, you need to vote. We need to make it mandatory to vote. That's the legislation I'm looking at. No, it was my guy right here, then my guy right here, then I'll come to you, okay? Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. And members, I've enjoyed all of y'all's comments. I'm Brian Salisbury. And, I grew up in Memphis. And there was a point in the city of Memphis that its spirit would promote its youngsters to go to higher education, college, the rest, more and on. That spirit each year, or even the university, is beginning to be hampered. Now, there was a point when Dr. Harrington was in this city that people, the level and the spirit of Memphis was progressive. Now we're at a point where we're hinging on apathy. See, we can look to the police, we can hope for parishioners, but it's incumbent upon us as parents. If our sister may be on drugs, if our brother's on drugs, it's incumbent upon you to go and take care of their kids, because that's your blood. Now, let me tell you something about me. When I left Kirby High School, I went to Howard, D.C. When I left Howard, I went to Harvard. So I know what I'm talking about. I'm a member of the 164th Air Force out here. Somewhere I want to say Air National Guard, but on the uniforms, Air Force. I'm saying this because if it were left up to me, you know where I'd be?
I'd be in Miami. If it were left up to me, I'd be on the beaches in Barcelona. But if I got any spirit in myself, I gotta look back and catch my younger brothers and sisters and bring them along the way. And that's why I'm back working hard in this city. We can lean on all, and I don't want to be long, we can lean on all
Yeah,
these
I'm ready
different
to wrap it up,
sources.
man, if you don't mind.
But if you don't hear one thing I say, take it serious that it's our children that are in those streets. Take it serious. If the churches never open the doors for us, for kids to come and play basketball, go pick them kids up and take them somewhere where they can. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, hey, I'm running, I'm putting my name in the mayor.
Wait. This is, no,
It's
sir.
not a political
No,
thing.
sir. No, sir. No, sir. Listen to me.
Just a FYI.
No, sir.
And no disrespect.
No, sir. Not here.
So,
You were there
thank you for
afterwards.
your time. Thank you for your time. And I appreciate the audience and those that heard me. If nothing more, take care of your kids. Take care of your family.
I appreciate that. Thanks. Okay. This young man been waiting, and then Mary. Well, while they're talking, go ahead, Mary. Step up to the microphone.
I'm short, I'm trying to get up close.
Pretty close. Just hold it.
Okay. It's working.
Okay.
It still works. My name is Mary Phoebus. I'm the president of the Twin Lakes Neighborhood Association. And I have a serious problem because I've gone in and talked to the Kmart manager. I don't know where to go from here. It's about the 18-wheelers parking in that parking lot. I have friends that come in from out of town, and of course Kmart's been around forever, longer than I have. But they come and want to go to Kmart. But when we pull up to go shopping at Kmart, they're wanting to know, are the 18-wheelers delivering the merchandise? Why are there so many 18-wheelers? So I don't know exactly who to contact about it. I have talked to the manager. The manager has said they have no right to park there. They put signs on the truck. MPD has come out and talked to a couple of the 18-wheelers getting out of their trucks, and they go, well, we can park here when you do. So what do we do about the 18-wheelers that are filling up the parking lot at Kmart? My last little question to everyone is...
Wait a minute, Mary. What's your answer to that? What do we do?
They need to be towed away by Davenport Towing that can come and get them out of there in no time.
I mean, is that,
That's
where
illegal.
Mr. Boyd? Mr. Boyd? Oh, what do we do here?
Well, if those vehicles are parking on private property, unfortunately, City of Memphis can't really do anything about it because they're parking on private property. We can definitely have to get in touch with the management like you're doing, and the management really have to make an effort on their own to have those vehicles removed. That's the unfortunate part. There's so much government can do, but we can't overstep our boundaries and enter in private property to pull vehicles.
But that is something that, where's Kevin Brooks? That is something that Raleigh Community Council can assist with, and we can put pressure on Kmart. Is it on Kmart's lot?
It's on Kmart's lot.
In fact, the manager, where is Jay-Z? Is he not here? Jay-Z? I think we can talk to the manager. The manager at Kmart is pretty reasonable. I think we can. Have you talked to him?
Yes, I have.
And he didn't.
He has said they put signs on their trucks, no parking. He also has signs ordered, the big holes that go in the ground.
So, but he can have the trucks removed if he wants to, right?
He said he could not. He said it was up to Memphis police to come and tow the trucks away.
Is he wrong? Is he
So,
wrong?
I don't know who to talk to about it.
But I think that's all right.
So, we'll talk to him.
Right.
That's all of this. We'll talk to him and see what we can do. But that is private property. You talk about, like you said, calling Davenport out. There's several hundred, if not close to $1,000 to tow one of those vehicles, especially if it's loaded. So we'll talk to Kmart.
You charge it to the company, to the 18-wheeler company.
Well, they will, but because they have to tow the vehicle, and in order for them to get it back, and they're going to pay the tow fee. But let us talk to Kmart and we'll see what we can do.
I got an answer. I know if a 18-wheeler is parked on the city street, or a cab is parked on the city street, you can call the owner, the company name, get the number off of there, and the owner of the company will call the driver, and he is required by the owner to remove his truck. They will fine him or fire him. But I've done it personally.
On city streets, though.
If it's on the city street, you know, we can issue a citation if it's in violation of the city ordinance. But again, we're talking about private property, so let us talk to the Kmart management, and we'll go from there.
Yes, sir, young man.
My name is Quincy. Like I said, I'm a 19-year-old boy.
Speak up, we can't hear you.
Yeah, just talking to the mic a little bit closer.
I'm a 19-year-old boy. My name is Quincy Prince. I got a big brother named Anthony Prince here in Memphis. You go to his church right here, his church. Me, myself, I would like to say, Mr. Rob Scott, I've been inside his YDC locked up facility. Him and the kids, I can say y'all, they won't listen to y'all. I'm one of them. But I have listened because I know how to adopt to others by being in DC as custody. I'm kind of nervous now because I ain't never just spoken from people.
It's all right.
So I try to think as a positive child to be righteous. I got a good mother. I got a role model, bro. He got a degree in high school diploma. He working for a master's. Me, I could have took after him, but instead, I joined the gang. I get shot, I get jumped. By the age of 13, I'm facing 2 years, eight months. Going to Nashville, Tennessee, up the road, shot her down. Come back home, went home probably 8 months. Mama say, sit down. It's a curse when you disrespect your mama, when you ain't disrespecting your mama. When she say sit down, then you sit down. You get up and leave, you still disrespecting her. So far, stepping out there, though you 100% danger, you 100% secure in the house. Because she said sit down. So I go out there door and I go right back to jail. Facing up 9 months. But sitting in jail is either for the worser or it's for the better. But with the worseness of the power of the kids, though, what they learn while they in them, they just keep closed mouth and saying, y'all keep fast. Because they sad or they cop their exes right to jail. That's a swag. So you look at them, you gotta get to know them. I think I would say get to know their neighbors.
Okay, speaking to the mic because we can barely hear you.
Okay.
And if you don't mind, because we want to make sure that everybody gets heard. Get to your point for me.
I'm gonna get to the point.
Okay.
Y'all try to stop crying. You can't stop crying if you don't get to know the young brother first. They young, they brothers with no units. This just go for everybody in this room. Everybody in this room ain't got units. Somebody in this room. Somebody in this room, like on this police force team, got a grudge against somebody. If they black or they white, because I ain't got units. Y'all can't stop nothing if y'all ain't got no units with each other. I don't care how many police they go get, how many school teachers they go get, how many pastors they go get. They collect money, raise money. If they gonna be bad, they gonna be bad. They gonna stay bad. They still lower self. You got people live off the lower self and the higher self. Me in person, I done lived the lower self. Me, I done got saved like 3 times. Don't know why. Just want to get baptized. Thinking it gonna help, but is it gonna help? I'm right back on the block. But at the same time, I know how to go put on me a suit and tie because I got role models in my family. I got a big brother, 2, 3 sisters they can say, hey, man, this how you dress, this how you stand, this how you talk. I know how to speak in urban. I don't even know how I learned it. Well, sitting in jail, that's how I learned it. But still, though, at the same time, it's a way of doing things. Y'all want to stop gang violence. How can you stop gang violence if you don't know nothing about the gang violence? It's right here in our face. Putting up a bunch of cameras in the schools and cameras in the neighborhood and enforcing this or doing this. It's not that hard to stop crime. It's simple. It's very simple because I live out here every day while y'all at work, while y'all doing paperwork. I walked down the street, I had a job, but I had an old fool who hated on me because he seen something that I was doing at a young age that I really didn't supposed to be doing, learning how to work on auto parts and cars at AutoZone. Dude hated on me and went and told he busting moves on the side. He making side money. And I lost my job because some old dude already got a hustle. He already work on cars, pick up scrap on the street.
There, you got another question?
And I'd be like, how y'all gonna stop something if y'all ain't got nobody to stop it? Y'all still got old fools on the street.
Okay, I gotta wrap
Not
up.
just young men.
Can I respond to that?
Y'all ain't got young fools on the street.
Let-
Y'all
let-
still got
let-
a bunch of old fools on the street. I got to
Let-
old
let-
fools before y'all.
Sir.
Can I respond to that question? First of all, thank you for getting up here saying what you said. I don't know if you were here when I spoke, but what I did speak about was everybody needs to get on the same page. And even by you saying that we don't know, you don't know us. But let me tell you about me. I ride the streets daily. I'm in the school. I'm talking to the gang members. I'm talking to the gang members' parents, the ones that I know. But hold on, listen.
Wait a minute.
Let me say this. Let me tell you this.
We're gonna get her response and then we're gonna go to the next question. So
Okay, and let me finish saying this. One of the biggest problems with our youth is that they think they know everything. They don't want to listen to us. They don't want to listen to the ones who have been through it. I may not have been in a gang, but I know gang members. I know how to talk to children. If it's something that I don't know how to relate to a child, I can go find somebody that can. I have two boys, 18 and 15-year-olds, okay, who have, people have tried to get them to join gangs. But the biggest problems with our youth is they don't want to listen to the people who know. I commend you for saying that you're not in a gang. I commend you for changing your life. But guess what? There's still a room full of people in here who actually know. I don't have to be in a gang to know why kids join gangs. I don't have to hang around gang members to know why kids join gangs. And it does not matter. We could have 1,000 gang members in this room that say kids shouldn't join gangs, but if that's what a child wants to do, a child will do it. So what we have to do and what we're doing we're coming up with ways to change the mindset of our youth. We're not going to start in middle school when they've already made their mind up to join gangs. We're going to start in kindergarten. We're going to start in pre-K. We're going to start early because guess what? Once they get in middle school and high school, they already made their minds up. So like Antonio Parkinson said, we're not here to talk about the problems, we're here to talk about the solutions. And if you have a solution, sir, I'm ready to hear it.
After the meeting.
Can I say something right quick since I know this young man? I'm just gonna
Please,
be brief.
Rod, very briefly, because we're gonna wrap these questions up.
But
No.
we need to listen to what he said. He said we need to be unified.
Speak to
Unless
the
we're not unified, we are not going to solve the problem.
And I think that's what all of us have said, that we all need to be unified. Because that's the big
So
problem.
we heard it straight from the horse's mouth. And that should be the message out of this meeting, is that everybody needs to be on the same page and unify, and we can help solve this problem.
Well, I think with the actions of this committee, the fact that we're here is significant of the fact that we are unified. You know, to be totally honest with you, because, you know, I don't know about y'all's time, but my time is valuable. And I know Commissioner's time is valuable, and this is not to say, I'm with you, Rod, and everybody, and the young man. But you're not here because you're not unifying. You know, this is a collective group that's coming up with a plan, a single plan, collectively, because they're unified. So I understand and hear you. And when, after the meeting. You can go to any of us that you want to talk to after the meeting. Because I gotta let everybody else speak. Now be respectful now, little brother. Okay, be respectful. Now, so we're gonna move on to the next question. Now I know, you know, they thought the line was back there, so I gotta go to my guy here first. And then, but look, listen. Now we are on a 1 minute time limit on your question or your comment. Please be direct and be brief.
Hi, my name is Darrell Williams. I'm a product of the Douglas community. And I just recently got released. I was incarcerated for 3.5 years. But all that time, I took time out to study the word, and I was also ministering to young men. And in those 3.5 years, I saw a lot of things going on in the correctional facility where there is no help. In other words, you know, it's just a place to go and lay, do your time, and come back out into the street. Now, if we are not getting corrected while we are locked up, we're going to come back out and do the same thing, so it's going to be a repeated cycle. So I'm asking, what are the benefits of getting locked up if you're not really trying to correct it?
Wait a minute, there's no benefit to getting locked up.
That's a benefit. What are you doing to correct people?
Here's my question to you. What is your solution for that?
My solution is, I look back at the old telephone where you actually had to work. See, these guys now, you know, they go do the crime, they go to go war. I'm gonna lay do a little time, I'm gonna get right back out. It's nothing else to it. But if you forced to work like, you know, you just have to do the gardens, you have to do it. Back in the day, you had to get out there and do the cows and all that there. You know, you had to work, you know, put something into them. Well, excuse me. Now I'm not gonna get locked up because they're gonna work me. I got to do this and I got to do
That's
that.
a very valid point, but that's a state issue, and I take it duly noted.
And my last thing is, what are we doing once people do get released to help them not return into the same cycle?
For one, we have a program in the Fraser community called Lifelines to Success. It's under the leadership of Pastor DeAndre Brown. I could give you his information because what he does is he hires ex-felons and they work with him. Have you seen the green shirts?
Yeah, he was
okay.
Yeah,
he was here earlier. I can give you his information if you need it because he has a wonderful program in Fraser.
And we're going to be wrapping up in here in just a second. The goal was just to be here till 7:30. So we got to wrap up. In fact, these are the last questions. And so panelists, keep your responses brief. Questioners, keep your question or your comment brief and direct. Okay.
Hello, testing. What? Everybody in there? Hey, first of all, I want to thank you for bringing this together. I was laying at home watching Channel 5 News. I'm Terry Brown. I'm raised in Hyde Park. 56 years old. I used to live in Raleigh on 2884 Eppingway. The solution I had, the reason I got on the road right is start with this man right here. Great job there as a president. Now this is a small world. Willie Brooks, born and raised in Kill Avenue Baptist Church of Miss Brown's son, Mr. Garrett. Mr. Garrett, he interviewed me when I was about 5 years ago and showed me I was gonna work in the property on how big this district is. They thin. Police just starts from the top. Tony Armstrong, all these folks just thin from the top. So here's the solution. The solution starts with the principal. In the city, this is the reason why high power I was born and raised ain't got no bullet shot at me, never been shot. I don't know what these young folk talking about. They can walk around Raleigh. You try to walk around in New Chicago or high power when I was growing up. Everybody respected one another for one thing. Okay, you ain't got to respect one another, but you speak to everybody when you walk by well. That beef stuff, that's what my solution is. Number one, the summer program has got to work. At 16 years old, I got a job at 15, 16 years old up here in Milton at the Summer Youth Program. Number two, I didn't get a job, but cool. You got to open up these gyms and these community centers. See, it's a trap. Oh, I ain't got nothing to do. Okay, when you go to the gym, okay, when you go to the gym, guess who's watching? The police. They already know you there. You got somewhere to go. You go, you know, as a young man, don't you like girls? If you don't like girls or whatever, where do you think the girls gonna go? They'll go where the men are. So everybody trapped them at the gym. Oh man, we're gonna walk up to the gym. Okay, good. That's gonna follow up this. So let's give you my three solutions. We got to get the summer youth program. We got to get these kids some kind of job to do. Hollywood Community Center saved my life. I could have went either way. I could have robbed chicken chicken. No, I did true story when my friend Larry Butler got killed. I didn't go that route. But Willie, Mr. Garrett, Willie, you know what to do. Northside High School ain't no problem like this. Going out.
Appreciate you too, bro. Good job. Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
My name is Cliff Houston. I'd just like to pose something to the panelists and yourself. I'd like to see a crime-free zone, what that would entail. Crime-free zone where there's crime been taking place and it's hideous crime, make the punishment double.
I think we're doing that in Fraser right now.
I'd like to see that.
Okay, good suggestion, good solution, yes, sir.
I'll be real quick. The greatest solution to all of this is not to criticize, condemn, or complain. Because we all come here together. Nobody has a perfect answer to the solution, nobody in this guy. But the bottom line is, I work in the street, gun violence, gang violence. But one thing I see more than anything, we have some serious behavior issues with the adults. Children are the microcosm of what the adults are doing. Even though they got gangs, but we still got cliques in churches. We still got cliques on the police department, everywhere. But here's the major thing that I say. Let's applaud tonight. Let's applaud for what we're here for tonight. Because number one reason what I'm saying is there's a lot of places aren't happening here. You can say what it is, what it's not, but a lot of people not, and people like Miss Stephanie Love, I watched her run for office, I watched her kids, I watched her in the streets. We're out here in the streets, we're in the homes, and you got family members that need help. Help your family members. Don't look for government to help your family members. Don't look for the police to check your people. Check your own people.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being conscious of your time. All right, yes, sir.
I'm a precinct ambassador and also work with the Neighborhood Watch Program. And I've been doing so probably since about 2000, local capacity. I just finished reading a report on the trends in Southern California.